All right, guys. Excuse me. So today we are going to work on editing drafts to make our writing better. Please note that revising and editing are slightly different. Editing is going to be the small minutia. It's going to be details. You didn't put a comma. You forgot to capitalize some words. Something's misspelled. So they're like nitpicky, if you will, kind of small things that make our writing more clear. All right, so what does it mean to edit to you? Put it in your own words. I did just give you some information on that, but what does it mean to you? Put it in your words. I'll give you 2 minutes for that, and then we'll move on. You can put it in the chat. That text poll is not working right now, so go ahead and put it in the chat for me, either to the whole class or to me. But what does it mean to edit? Ready, go. All right, guys. All right, so hopefully you've had a little reflection time there. What does it mean to edit? Put that in your own words. That's what we're going to do today. Um, so what they wrote here is editing is correcting the errors in my writing, such as grammar, spelling, punctuation, capitalization. So when you're editing, you want to check for the following. Make sure things are capitalized as they should be. Common and proper nouns should be capitalized. So like names, places, organizations, months, those would be and then proper nouns, I'm sorry, such as I. All right, make sure that you have appropriate usage and that your nouns and verbs match. Make sure the tense is correct. So instead of saying like we is going, we are going. Okay, I know that one's a silly one. You wouldn't put it like that, but there are verb tense corrections that likely need to be made. And make sure that you have the same tense throughout. So if you're writing in past tense, make sure you stay in past tense the whole way through your writing. Don't switch back and forth. Oftentimes people will do that. You need to include punctuation at the end of sentences. Make sure you have quotation marks, commas, colons, semicolons. Remember colons, those are the two dots that kind of go in between the time, like when we tell time like 9:52, the what's in between the 9 and the 5, that's called a colon. That goes there in time, but it's also used at the start of lists. Okay, that's when you would also see colons sometimes when a list is being made. And then semicolons, that's where you have, it's like a colon, it has the period up high, or a dot up high rather, and then it has a comma underneath it. And the semicolons work to combine two sentences. So you have a sentence on one side, you have a sentence on the other, and you can combine with a semicolon. Just push them together. I went to the store, semicolon, I bought bread, period. Okay, those are two simple sentences that are pushed together with a semicolon. All right, and make sure all words are spelled correctly. All right, so edit the sentence below. Tanya and I went to Breckenridge, Colorado this winter to snow ski. I'm kind of confused by snow ski, but then I realized what was meant. So make sure you correct that in your mind, but you can put it in the chat. Our text poll again doesn't work, but you can put it in the chat either to the group or to me. What corrections would you make to this sentence? You could type it all out correctly, or you could just change the words. Let me know a correction. All right, take 2 minutes and we will check it out next. And 1 more minute. All right, guys, so let's look and see what edits could be made. So the original sentence is in the bottom left, and in the bottom right you can see Tanya and I, capitalize that pronoun there. We went to Breckenridge, comma, Colorado. Don't forget those commas in between cities and states. This winter to snow ski. Okay, winter does not need to be capitalized, and snow ski needs to be 2 words. All right, let's look at another one. Tony went to the park. He went there to swing on Friday, and he found John was already there. Ooh, there's a few. It's a little repetitive. So you can take some words out. There's some homophones. Remember, those are words that are spelled correctly, but they mean differently. All right, 2 minutes. Let me know what you think. Just put it in the chat. All right, so let's look and see what the corrections could be on this one. All right, Tony went to the park. Okay, they're saying, I guess that would be revision if you took out words. I still think it's repetitive. Tony went to the park. He went there on Friday to swing, and he found John was already there. So this is one way you could edit, is just by adding a semicolon right there. Okay, that's what I was talking about. There's a complete sentence on this side of the semicolon, and there's a complete sentence on the other side, which is actually another compound sentence. He went there on Friday to swing. That to should just be to, to swing, comma, and he found John was already there. So there needed to be spelled correctly. I would still take that out. Tony went to the park on Friday to swing, comma. I would take these words out, but this one is technically correct.